Hey everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Wig Reform. Yes, it needs a little reforming. Anyways, this is what this video is about. This wig is Rich Mono by Ellen Wille. I did a review on her, and I also posted several pictures of me wearing her in a braid and then putting the hair behind my ears. And a lot of people have said, will you show a video on how you did that? Yes. So here's the thing. Number one, in the description box, I am going to put a link to the video on how to do the braid. Exactly how I did the braid in the other video with Avalon is exactly how I did it here. It's just that it's with shorter hair versus the longer wig, but the exact same process. Now what I'm going to do is show you how I completed the look with Rich Mono with the braid and some of the little things that I do at the hairline to help it look a little more like natural, a little more messier, and you know, just to make it look as good as we possibly can. So here it is. I have it all braided. I have this chunk put back kind of away because I don't like to pull that in. The rest of this is just down, got it braided. All right, so here's the first step. I am going to go in and I'm going to loosen up the braid. And what I'm doing is I'm just pulling on the braid itself and I'm just loosening it up, kind of making it almost look a little, now when hair falls down like this, when I'm doing this, I just pull that out. I know you're probably thinking that's crazy, but it's what I do. I pull from the center. I don't pull like right here on the end. I get in at the center where it's the thickest part. And I just kind of pull this apart to make it look, I don't know. I just kind of like it when I pull it apart like this. All right. Okay. So then what I do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to pin it back away from my face because we don't want it sticking out like this. Now I just use a little bobby pin. If you get too big of a bobby pin, what happens is it kind of, the bobby pin can come like stick through and can kind of stick out. And then plus you can get it caught when you're combing out your wig. Now, the other thing that I like to do is because the cap on this is wefted, I like to get this bobby pin right up underneath a weft so that it's nice and secure. And I can take this wig off at the end of each night and put it back on without having to take the bobby pin out. So I'm going to pull that back and I'm going to, like, I just have one of those clear little rubber bands and I'm going to put the bobby pin right below that rubber band. And like I said, I'm going to get right underneath the weft and put that in. And then that bobby pin is just nice and secure. It is not going to fall out. That is one of the benefits of wearing a wig. When you put clips or bobby pins in your hair, when you push them through the wefts, it stays in. Okay, so I'm going to take that clip out of the back, let it fall on the floor. Okay, so then this comes around the top, and if I wanted to, I could wear the wig just like this, but I like to pull it behind my ear. When it gets windy out, I don't like the hair blowing in my face. For many, many years, I had short hair, even before I had hair issues, and I'm just not used to the hair flying in my face. I'm getting better, but still not great. Okay, so I'm just pulling out some of those pieces around my face there. And then you'll see these little flyaways like this. That's okay. That's what makes it look like somebody's normal hair. All right, so this is kind of how I got this look. And I'll do a spin for you. Don't know what it looks like in the back. Hopefully it looks okay. But now let me show you some of the things that I do up here at the hairline. first thing I'm going to do, let me put my hand right there. I'm going to raise this up so I can see better. I have a rat tail comb, and I'm going to go in and I'm just going to kind of pull out on those fibers. And I'm not pulling really hard, but I put the braid in pretty tight because I do want it to stay. I'm going to leave this braid in each night when I take my wig off. And so when you look real close, you can sort of see the lace line, and I did cut it, and I kind of jagged cut it. That does help, especially when you pull your hair back. So now I'm just going in with this rat tail comb, and I'm just kind of not plucking out. I'm not pulling it all the way out. You see, I'm just sort of loosening it up. And now it's starting to come down over top of the lace. And then I just take the rat tail comb and I go in there and I just give this a little tug too. Just to kind of loosen it up. Okay. And that will kind of just pull the bang down away from the braid a little bit and help it cover up that lace line. So now the next thing that I do, I'm going to turn this light up just a little bit more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my fingers. Excuse my nails. I'm getting them done tomorrow. And I'm just making these little circles on the lace. And that will pull out these little fibers, little baby hairs. And just getting that a little more messier up around the hairline. And what that does is it just helps cover that lace line. And when these pieces fall down, like right here, I've got a couple longer pieces. That is touching, where's my scissors? That is touching my eye. Can't stand that. Now, I am going to take that and I'm not going to cut it all the way off. I'm going to cut it right there. So when those pieces fall down in my face like that, or any of these up here, if they fall down, I'm going to cut them so that they will be sort of like right here, all different lengths. And then again, that gives your hairline a more natural look. Okay, and so we're just going in there and we're just kind of pulling those fibers down and making it look more like a hairline, which you have to remember is not perfect. Nobody with bio hair has a perfect hairline. Okay. All right. So that is the little trick that I do to help. I can lower this down just a smidge again to help it. And now this is all right where I want it to be. Got a couple little pieces of hair that are just hanging in my eyes. Now I know some people say, well, when you do that sort of stuff to your wig, you're kind of cutting at it. You're maybe like wearing on the lace, or you're going to make that have issues. You know what? I do crazy things to all of my wigs, and I've never had one where I said, ooh, that wore my wig out faster. I mean, I have a Rachel wig that is over a year old. I crank that thing up into a ponytail almost every day, and I'm still wearing it. There is still so much life in that wig up in a ponytail. Now, wearing it down, no, the fibers have kind of ran its course like all synthetic fibers do. But that doesn't mean that I can't pull it up, wear it with a hat, wear it to exercising, putting a headband with it, etc. What I'm doing here with this wig, this is not going to wear this wig out any more than your daily use with it. I also have Pantene Pro V, and this is the alcohol-free hairspray, and I will just sort of hit that also. And then I will kind of fluff it up in the back and put a little bit there for around my ears. And another note, you know, I would rather have a wig, I don't know, last maybe a couple weeks less and enjoy wearing it, feel good about wearing it, than wearing a wig for maybe 3 weeks to a month longer and not really liking it. So, you know, there's pros and cons to all of these little things that I do to my wigs. I've never destroyed one. I've never had one where I thought, ooh, that just, you know, took the life out of the wig, except for when I steamed one. I killed one when I steamed one. I took the life right out of it. That's why I usually use air or my hot air brush, but that steaming just doesn't work for me. But we have to pick our battles and what we want to do with our wigs. Do we want to manipulate them and maybe not wear them as long? Or do we want to wear them how they came and not really feel good about it? So, you know, pros and cons, pick your battles. This is why I'm doing the channel, to show you what I do with my wigs, and you can see the results of it without having to wonder what will happen if I do that. Okay, so here's just a little follow-up video on the braid with the wig Rich Mono. If you haven't seen the pictures yet, I will be sure to tag them in the description box below. So just click on that link and find it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.